And what was the genesis of this exhibit, Wake Up?
We really started with our IT director, who happened to start collecting Big Ben alarm clocks in his office and would have them all set off to go at the same time. It would be kind of annoying to the rest of the staff, but then we kind of got to thinking about how alarm clocks are annoying, but everyone has to deal with them because we all need to wake up in the morning, so we thought it would be a fun exhibit that the public could relate to.
What are some of the earliest clocks that you have in the exhibit, and what are they like?
We have examples of an incense alarm mechanism and a sundial alarm that actually has a cannon attached to it that would have a cannonball that would go off, and I'm sure that would wake you up. We also have some examples of mantle clocks that have alarm mechanisms in them. Before you actually had the clock beside your bed, you would have a clock in your home that would have an alarm function to it. And then we kind of progress up through the stereotypical alarm mechanisms or alarm clocks that you would have beside your bed, the Big Bens, and move into electric alarm clocks and your fun novelty alarm clocks that everyone recognizes probably from their childhood.
And could you tell us a little bit about the Nixie Ramos clock that will be coming in for the exhibit?
Sure, it's a brand new clock, the Nixie Ramos clock. It was actually funded through a Kickstarter campaign, and it's a gentleman from New Jersey, and it's a clock that you actually have to get out of bed, go into another room, and plug in a code into this box to get it to turn off. So it really forces you to get out of bed, and you can't unplug it. It has a backup battery that will just keep going until you turn that, plug in that code.
And what period of time would people really have needed an alarm clock to be able to get out of bed, or to have something go off to tell them when to do something?
The majority of the population or society started to have the need for alarm clocks during the Industrial Revolution, where you were most likely in a factory type position, so you had to wake up at a certain period in the day, and that's where it really got started.
And could you tell us just about a couple of the novelty alarm clocks that you have here?
Sure. One of my favorites is right here beside me, the Tug-a-Slug-a-Bed, and this alarm clock would work by attaching a string to the back here, and the other half of the string would be attached to your toe. You would put this on the bottom of your bed, and in the morning it would tug on your toe, and that was supposed to wake you up. We also have another clock that would strike a match, and the match would then light an oil lamp, and the light was supposed to awaken you in the morning, a nice peaceful wake up. Unfortunately, a lot of the time the match would go flying off after it was lit and maybe light your bed curtains on fire or your bed, so you would really get out of bed that way. Not your best alarm clock, but it was a neat clock to have.
And I understand that it'll go up to the cell phone technology, that you're going to have part of the exhibit will be about cell phone apps?
Yes, we have to talk about cell phones, because a lot of people use those today as their alarm clock, and there are thousands of apps out there for alarm mechanisms or alarm devices to get you out of bed that way too.